typical situation is that, if someone in an employer branding role is probably going to be maybe by themselves, or one or two people. What's your advice when you've got like a very small team or a solo team to actually gain ground in an organisation?
Listen. What you think an organisation might need is probably different to what they actually need. So if you listen and put in prioritisation principles, and then you'll start going after the things that are really important, then urgent, then you can parking lot it.
Nice. What about yourself, Alex?
I think to add on to that, listen, but be super proactive. Don't just work with individuals that are on your team. I think you come in typically in TA, comms, or marketing, but reach out to your stakeholders because you're going to be working with everyone at the company. So make them feel important, like they matter. Take an empathetic approach. See what's going on because, like Claire alluded to, don't assume you know what's happening, right? Come in there with the blank slate. See what the problems are because it may be different in engineering, may be different in sales. You need to understand that, and if they know, hey, you're actually there, you're an ally, you're there to help them out. I think you'll get so much more, and I can say that from having fallen like flat on my face at a previous company where, okay, the approach I thought was going to work did not work at all. So it let me create my own methodology behind that to be successful in the future. But I think doing that and just not making assumptions, being super super proactive gives you the best chance to succeed.
Yeah, lovely. One of the biggest challenges I see in the employer branding space is this thing about being able to kind of justify the function and get the budget. So how do you do that? How do you get the budget you need to do what you need to do?
I think it's really providing the business case behind what you're doing, right? Like we complain a lot in this space about, okay, no one gives us budget, but are we telling them why we need it? What, why, and how, and then providing the results after the fact. So we're arguing about pennies when we could easily have tons of budget to work with. But I think it's providing a true business case and letting them know why it matters. And it can't just be something that is far-fetched. It has to actually matter to the business. So I think if you can correlate all that and bring it together, people will listen to you and you can get the budget. But from my failed experiences in the past, it was assuming it's just going to be there on a silver platter. But when you actually have to work, you've got to earn it, work for that, present that to leadership. I think you understand the true value behind it, and I think that's the best way to get anything to assist you.
What's your thought on that then, Claire?
I give them a choice. So I look at it. I look at it from. I do a couple of things.
Twinkle in her eye when she said that. Choice.
Right.
So I approach it from the how can I help you solve your problem.
Yeah.
Then I have a trusted support triangle, which is I think I've got foundation. I keep changing the name of it. Foundation, the works, the full works, my 3 levels of support. And come to the problem, say, I can solve your problem. These are your choices. I can do this with this and it costs me no budget and you get this from it. I can do this with this and it costs me this budget and you can get this. Or I can do this with this and you get this and this is what you get from it. And I make sure I've mapped out everything that's the potential of what they get. And I simply say, this is your choice. So if you give me the tools, I can deliver this, but it's totally up to you. This is the time I need to deliver it. But if you choose to go for this option, but you really want this option and you give me no money to do it, I can't. But this is exactly what I need. So I give people a choice and say, we can do something on a beer budget if you want to, 100%. But this is what you're going to get for it. I can do something with nothing. Of course, this is what you're going to get for it. But if you want me to deliver, a fanfare, you need to give me the budget for a fanfare. And by giving somebody a choice, you're allowing the decision not to be made by you. You're allowing the decision to be made by your stakeholder who's got the problem. So you approach it in a way where, you're getting the budget, but you're not making the choice about the budget in the sense that you're enabling somebody who's got the problem to deliver the solution themselves.
Lovely. That's a cut, I think.
Nanny McPhee in a time
That's
share.
cool. No, that's brilliant. Yeah.